I did not disappear from what I love the most, singing and performing for my fans. They've been supporting me all my life. It took a while because it's a rare disease and I had to go through and find a great team of doctors and to go by elimination and finding what's going on.
Well, for the first time, Celine Dion is opening up after a long time battling with stiff person syndrome. We all know that the diva for some time now has been speaking and, of course, have been diagnosed with a stiff person syndrome and is currently launching a campaign about what stiff person syndrome is and what the fans also should know about. Recently, she spoke about it inside a docu-series and she has unveiled exactly what fans should expect. Well, it was quite an emotional breakdown listening and watching Celine Dion going through all of this. She apparently has compiled this interesting docu-series about herself and it's getting fans very emotional about it. We actually have a video for you to see how very emotional Celine Dion spoke about her stiff person syndrome, what she has been battling with, and the emotional part all was when her beautiful kids were surrounded with her in this difficult time. So let us know what you think about it inside the comment section. This is just Trends on Pinax News. Do well to leave your thought and comments inside the comment section. Join today's episode. Let's get interactive. So a lot of you also may have known that Celine Dion for some time now has been battling with stiff person syndrome, neurological disorder which affect the spine, the body, and apparently some parts of the system. And of course, Celine Dion since 2023 apparently was diagnosed with this particular stiff person syndrome. Now she came out publicly to speak about it, but this particular one we're about to show you is her recent campaign about it, and she seemed really so I should say excited about it. But one thing she said which actually got people so excited about is the fact that she's not giving up on performing live. She said she'll be bouncing back on stage anytime soon, but I'm really scared knowing how dangerous this could be for her. I mean, how prepared is she, on stage, coming on stage to strain her voice again? I feel, see, this is not the time for her to be pleasing her fans. I mean, we know her for what she can do. We know her for what excellence she's known for, but I think this is the time for her to heal perfectly, and probably she can come back again, to serve us some good tunes. But I think she really should not stress herself. She just doesn't have to stress herself. But let's listen to this particular, audio when she apparently spoke about how it's not even easy for her to even breathe. Like she actually has difficulty whilst breathing when she was first diagnosed with this stiff person syndrome. Then maybe when we come back, we can watch, or maybe after that video, we can also play exactly what she has been talking about when she was diagnosed with stiff person syndrome. Take a listen at Celine Dion, and of course, do well to also take some nuggets from this.
Because I could not do, I could not go on anymore in that way. So once they found that I was, that I had an immune disorder that's called SPS, I said to myself, it is a responsibility, first of all, as a mother for my kids. And then I was thinking, okay, rehabilitation, working really hard, body, mind, soul, vocalies, all in. It's like it's constant. I wanted people to know that I did not disappear, turn my back, and not finish my career, and I'm done, and that's it. No, I'm still extremely passionate, and I miss my fans. They got me here where I am today after 40-something years of career. I don't even want to. When I try to breathe, my lungs are fine. It's what's in front of my lungs that's so rigid. It's like I know you. That's what happens. It's like I know what I want to do. And now you can show me, yeah. And that's what happens, and it's very difficult for me to hear that and to show this to you.
Celine Dion over there speaking so passionately about the stiff person syndrome, and I feel that she apparently has gone through a lot. And this is not the time, personally, in my view. This is not the time. I know, like she actually, she said it in her, series, her interview, and she said that the fans actually wants more from her, and I feel like yes, 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 Celine, the fans are actually yearning for you. But the most important thing right now is the fact that you prioritize your health first. What if you perform right after this and you still go back, to your bed, and of course you suffer some serious condition again? Watching, I mean, I sat down to watch their entire interview, and I felt very emotional about it. It was quite a very sad thing to witness or see how once iconic she was, shouting, and she could her vocal cord. Oh my God, Celine Dion was the ish then, and now listening to her right now, she could barely even string like shout like, oh gosh, I really cannot really wish anybody like in that condition, not even my worst enemy. And unfortunately, this is the reality for Celine Dion. Quite a very sad one for Celine Dion. So just as you heard or may have heard, she said she's actually bouncing back, and but unfortunately, she didn't just specify what time or period she's actually going to perform. But I'm sure it actually would be maybe this year or probably early next year, hopefully. So there will be a tour coming up soon. For all the Celine Dion fans out there, just watch out. But in my view, I feel she needs more rest than ever. She needs to officially get well, get fit before. That is my honest opinion about it. It's quite sad that this has to happen to our diva, our icon. But hey, well, I think the most beautiful thing here is the fact that her kids actually stood beside her in this difficult time, and that is so beautiful. I just love it how all the kids were there to witness this beautiful moment. Well, let's go onto social media and see what most of you have been talking about. Maybe we can play the video once again, but let's just do one or two rant on social media. Maybe we can just end up with the video, the audio again. James Johnson comes to say, speech felt a little stiff, if I'm being honest. Well, of course, she's not well, so you don't expect her to have the flow like an ordinary person would do. Well, let's just leave her to be. Molly Brennan comes to say, was that her oldest son giving? Well, yes. That's true. That's the oldest son. Oh gosh, what's the name again? It has. I was just mentioning his name in my head right now, but well, I know most of you know him, but he's actually looking more grown now as compared to some years back when he was actually like a tiny boy. Now he's all grown. Well, guys, let us know what you think about it. Unfortunately, this bit of time would allow. But for all the Celine Dion fans out there, just tell her she should actually relax, okay? Her voice and, of course, her health is very important to all of us. And, of course, when you stop to say a prayer, do you want to say some for Celine Dion. Thanks for watching.